hype.
I know, and I didn't hit the beat on time. Like, just wait. I'm just waiting for it. Turn it up, Angel. Right? And then, I don't know. I'm done. I'm just kidding. You can stop now. We're just done with the music. Oh, man. Unfortunately, our last guest canceled on us.
Oh, no.
But I'm glad that you're here because we had 2 guests planned and we'll just have one before and then we're going to have you after. But they flaked on us, so we'll have to wait till next week.
Oh, no.
But Annalisa, you're here.
Yes, I am.
Sweet. Thank you very much. Let me give you a little, like, you know, the crowd going crazy because we have sound effects.
That's what I always wanted.
We have sound. Push the button right away. Yeah, there you go. And
Thanks.
the crowd goes wild. What's up?
Warming up from this weather.
Oh man. Oh, and it's hard to explain where we're from because if I'm like, yeah, we're from the desert, and they're just like, it's probably super hot in the desert, right? And it's like, we're in like a cold climate desert in wintertime because it's cold. It's cold as fuck out now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't even imagine what it's like up a little higher up north, you know, like Taos and Santa Fe and shit like that.
Yeah.
So here is just ridiculous. So I'm glad you're warming up. Hopefully it gets a little bit warmer up in the podcast room because this door is always closed too. We never really come in here only for the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty cold in here sometimes too.
It's much better than outside.
Yes, you guys heard it here first. So I don't know. We have tons of topics to talk about. I mean, there's so many things to go through. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, did you hear Elon Musk wants to send astronauts into space to go fix a probe thing?
No, I didn't hear about that.
It's weird. They'd be the first people, besides the people on the moon, to go to space again.
Oh, wow.
Well, besides the people that are in satellites. There's people in satellites, right?
I think so.
I hope so. I
Outer
mean,
space station.
I'm not a scientist, people. This is not a science podcast. This is a very educational podcast, in other words. But yeah, that was pretty weird. I don't know. I just thought I brought it up. Have
Nice.
you?
That's gonna be like, that's like a lot of money. That's my first thought. It's gonna be a lot of money to send people back out there.
Oh man, but if anybody can do it, I believe in Elon. Elon can do it. I have a joke about that guy. That guy is like literally Iron Man. I don't know if you've ever heard this, but he is Iron Man. He's the most technological guy out there. He's so suave. I don't know the proper terminology for that.
Nice. Speaking of Iron Man, have you seen the new Avengers trailer?
Oh, the one. Yeah, I've seen it actually. What is it
So
called?
excited.
Endgame. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Are you big? What's your favorite Avenger? Do you have a favorite Avenger?
Does Loki count?
Loki does count. I mean, he was in the movie.
I just want him to come back. Like, that's it. That's
There
all I
he-
want.
He probably will. Nobody ever dies in the MCU.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean, that just makes...
Well,
they move on.
Yeah, I know one of my friends told me that they announced a show they're doing with Loki, so I don't know if it's like after the event, like a different universe, but I'm excited either way, so...
Do you like the actor?
I like the actor and I like the character.
The character really stands out. Nice.
Yeah, emo angsty boy with black hair. Yeah.
You hear that? You hear that, everybody? Because he does kind of have that little look to him. That, like, ooh, look at me. But Loki is fun. I love the trickster aspect, too. He'll, like, be your friend, but still probably stab your back if he needed to.
Yeah.
I've always loved that about him. All the Avengers are great, though. I mean, you can go through each of them and be like, well, Captain America is so cool. He's, like, super American and hunky. I love his hair. Have you seen his hair?
No.
It's amazing. Captain America has nice hair. Spider-Man's cool, too. I love Spider-Man. But he's I guess the actor is very cocky.
Oh, really?
Like,
the new one?
Yeah, Tom Holland.
Dang.
That's cool, too. Holiday. Bam! You hear my echo out there, people. But I hear that he's the type of person who's like all... the actor who's like, where's my water? Where's my script?
Oh, no.
It's too hot in here.
That sucks.
If you were famous, do you think you would have that kind of attitude?
No.
No?
I try and be as respectful as I can.
And that's kind of hard to think about, right? Because it's like, and I'm in the same aspect too. I'd be like super nice, but I've never been super famous enough to know what it's like to do that.
That's true. But at the end of the day, I think my mom has ingrained in me enough to be respectful.
So no matter what circumstances, you'll put morals first before other values.
I would like to think so, yeah. Hopefully.
I wish we could put this to the test. That would be some challenges right there.
Yep.
What about these topics? These topics aren't helping. That's a good one. That's crazy to think about, though. I like the fact that you would have the aspect of remembering what's good and bad from being rich or not rich, because I mean, a lot of people say they do lose their values when they get a lot of money, but I don't know. I've never really dealt with that situation. So
yeah, probably varies person to person.
Do you know any rich people?
I don't know rich people, but I've said hello a couple times because I used to do extra acting on set, and Seth Rogen was pretty nice.
Whoa, you said what's up to him?
Yeah, it was like little 12-year-old me, and we were working on Observe and Report down at Wim Rock Mall, and me and this other girl were like, "Hi, Seth Rogen." He was like, "Hi, girls," and he was nice. So,
nice. So you've been an actress.
Yeah, just extras.
That's still cool. I can still literally say I had an actress on the podcast.
Yeah, I do theater. Theater, I have a bigger role in.
What do you do in theater?
I've done. A lot of it was in high school, so I'm trying to get back into it. But I did stuff with the Desert Rose Playhouse, stuff at Cleveland High School when I was in high school.
Wow.
Albuquerque Little Theater. Yeah.
Nice. Did you ever go to like state competitions and stuff like that for drama?
I did, yeah. I went to Las Cruces. And me and my troupe from Cleveland went down to Las Cruces, and we did a play about this soldier during war, and he was stuck on a landmine, and if he sat up, he would die, and it would go off. And so, yeah, it was a pretty heavy play. And so it's like him going through his life, and in the end, he dies, and like the lights go to red, and the people in the audience were crying. We're like, all right, we did a good job.
Yeah. Nice. That's always good.
Mm-hmm.
I remember for my senior year, because I was in drama too as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, it's so funny to say, like, I was in drama. I love this.
Yeah.
But we did Alice in Wonderland, and we did the state competition for that as well too. But I wasn't really an actor though. My school wanted to really put in this new idea of having background music as live. So like, as the play was going on, I accompanied the play with live music to have background ambiance, and it was pretty cool.
That does sound really cool.
It was like we were the only school that did it. Other people had like backing tracks and stuff that were on the PA and stuff like that. So that's always cool to think about. Any other I don't know. I actually saw a post where you actually were thinking about doing other things like burlesque and stuff. That's crazy.
I'm so sad I didn't go to the festival that was this weekend. I had a lot of homework. Yeah, so I would like to eventually get into that. I think it's super, super fun, and it combines a lot of different aspects of like costuming, fashion, performance, comedy, striptease, all that and fun stuff. So
there's a lot to it.
Yeah, so I'm like trying to figure out where I would start to even get into that. I'm like, do I take dance classes? Probably learn how to sew some costumes and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the aspect of building it before actually going on doing a burlesque.
Yeah, at least I would personally, I'm not confident enough right now to just like go on.
Try it out.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool. The fact that you have the ambition and the ideas already to want to do it is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fun.
Nice. I mean, it's being on stage is just fun. I mean, what other experience have you had on stage? What else have you done on stage? I know you've done some costume contests before, right?
Not a lot. I've done a couple because I'm just starting to learn how to sew and make my own costumes, and if I don't make them all myself,
it doesn't feel as accomplished.
Yeah, I don't feel like I have the right to go on the stage if it's just something I buy or throw together. But
okay, let me stop that.
Okay,
I get what you're saying, but what if you buy the costume but your performance is outstanding?
That's true. I did do the performance for Heather's at Sabaku-Con. So.
Okay. So see, there is a little fine line there. I mean, unfortunately, sometimes you can't make all your costumes on time, or you're just not as experienced enough. I mean, I have that problem all the time. But the showmanship aspect really helps too, because I mean, if you could think of a really good performance to go with your costume, it's just as good as having a good costume.
Yeah, that's true. And that was really fun because we did the performance at SabakuCon, and then a friend of ours actually got us to perform at Pride as the same act, and that was really fun. It was nerve-wracking because, like, it was so last minute, but all of us did pretty good, I think.
Nice. And very little rehearsal, maybe, or not even at all.
Oh, yeah. Very little, but we did pretty good.
It's like, hey, let's just jump into it. I could just imagine. Because there's been so many things where you just jump straight into it. Sorry, I have to change this so it actually shows. So we can watch some YouTube videos here in a bit, because we're going to actually talk about Jack Black.
Oh, nice.
You like Jack Black?
From what I've seen about him, my aunt met Jack Black.
Really?
Jack Black, yeah.
Jack.
She was working on year 1 when they filmed it.
Oh, nice.
She said he was really nice.
He probably seems like the coolest guy ever. But I don't know if you know this, but he recently started a YouTube channel.
No, I didn't know that.
Jablinski Games. That's what it's called. Show her the first video, the very first one of him dropping 1 million. But anyways, some YouTubers are a little disappointed and don't like the YouTube algorithm, how it works, because of someone like Jack Black just comes on, puts one video up, and gets millions of subscribers, where other people have worked really, really hard to get those millions of subscribers. So, I mean, there's a fine line between that. Like, do you get mad at Jack Black for wanting to start a YouTube channel, or do you praise him for doing it? And, like, a lot of people would rather watch a Jack Black video than watch another lower-end YouTuber that's trying to come up, you know? So there's those little things.
Okay, I get you, yeah. I mean, I don't know if it ends up, like, greatly impacting others, that sucks, but also it's Jack Black, and it's to be expected for a lot of people to go there, so
right?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Is it good content?
Well, let's find out. He only has what is this? 4, 8, keep going up. 8, 9 videos. He's only uploaded 9 videos, and he started 1 month ago.
Oh, dang.
Go ahead and put up the first one. 10 million views in 1 month. Audio, sir. And play it back from the beginning. Here we go.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Jack Black. This is my new YouTube channel, Jablinski. It's gonna be bigger than Ninja. It's gonna be bigger than PewDiePie. So what's Jablin, Jables? It's PewDiePie!
That's a mood.
That's it! That was it! Why? That's no fair.
I get you.
Some people put a lot of time in their videos, and he got 10 million for that. It's Jack Black, though. I get it. I kind of laughed when I first saw it. But so how would you feel as a content creator, that happening to you?
Yeah, I guess that would suck, because I would eventually like to do YouTube, so yeah, if like all like the subs and videos went to that instead, that would kind of suck, because like a lot of people make their living that way off of YouTube.
And I'm not saying Jack Black is not, but I mean, that guy's wealthy enough as it is. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. All power to him. I keep watching his videos, so he keeps getting up my views. The same problem is with Will Smith. Will Smith has a YouTube channel as well, and he does the same thing, kind of. But he does more of like vlog and storytelling, which is kind of a little bit more entertaining. Because as you can see from the first video of Jack Black, he's been promising us gaming for 9 videos now, and he has not gamed at all. It's kind of, I don't know. I don't want to say it's disappointing, but
yeah,
kind of makes me sad. What can I do, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But you want to start a YouTube channel?
I would eventually, yeah. So
what are you thinking? What do you want to start? What is this YouTube channel?
Well, I've wanted to for like a year now, and I don't know why I haven't started. But well, it's anxiety. That's why. But I like
the worst. But you like to be on stage.
I know, it's so contradictory, because like I get pretty anxious at times, but at the same time I love like performing and doing all that stuff and being in public. Like, I'm a weird combination of extrovert and introvert.
I get you.
Yeah. But like I'd like to do videos like how to for like drawing, since I like that, and I'm finally getting back into that.
I've seen some of your art that you've been posting. It's so cool. I'm just like, nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I just finished the
Spider-Man
Miles Morales one. Yeah.
That was cool. I thought that was cool. Is it all just you do it all hand drawn, and then just, it's not digital, right? You're not drawing on a tablet yet?
No, I need to though.
That's gonna be a transition, right? There's so many artists that are like that. They're like, oh, I just want the tablet.
Yeah, I have a tablet, and it's been sitting there, and I've been looking at it, and I'm like, nope, not today.
You have it, and you're not even using it?
It was a gift, and I know I should.
Oh, man. Well, I mean...
It's just a little weird. I know I just gotta practice and get into it.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I've been told by a wise man, practice does make perfect. So the longer you wait to start, the harder it is to be when it does begin.
Yeah, so probably do drawing stuff and hopefully eventually digital. Some cosplay videos. Like, I always loved like the cosplay dance videos or like the Vocaloid.
Nice.
Yep, so maybe some of that because I need exercise, and dance is a good way to do that.
That's always good to think about too, because dance is an amazing. I mean, I don't want to sound like a fruit, but I love to dance. Dancing is so fun. Like just busting a move and just. I personally like a lot of like break dancing and like pop and locking and stuff like that. That's really fun. But if you can really see like a really nice choreographed dance, like. Anything that Baby Metal's done, anything that like, I mean, this is kind of weird, but even the background dancers that Lil Wayne has, they do a great job of doing a dance. Like, it's just having that choreography and being able to bust the moves at the right time.
Yeah, although breakdancing is awesome. I used to do that. I'm not good at it anymore.
What? You used to do it?
Yeah, do you know Warehouse 508?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I used to take classes there for breakdancing, and then we, as a group, did a performance at the rail yard, so that was so fun. I really would like to get back into that.
Everyone start your pose. Ready? Let's go.
Oof.
I'm just kidding.
I remember, like, what is it, like, the baby where, like, you go on your like head and it hurt my back.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. There was so many cool moves though.
Yeah, I liked footwork on the floor was my favorite, like doing coffee grinders and 6 steps and stuff like that.
Nice. That's pretty cool that you know what some of those moves are, because I could be like, oh, you can bust a coffee grinder.
I love coffee grinders.
That's crazy to think about too, because like I could probably talk about that to a bunch of people, be like, oh yeah, I love fresh ground coffee. I have a coffee grinder of my own. It's like, yeah, I remember when I used to do coffee grinding. But that's cool.
The issue is now I can't quite practice in my apartment because I'm on the top level, and the people on the floor would hate me.
Yeah, that was.
I started practicing.
Yeah, that was my biggest concern when I lived in an apartment. I mean, that's the only main reason why we're here is because like we can make a bunch of noise. But that's I understand it's so shitty because somebody with a lot of talent can't really practice their talent because of those situations, and that always is a burden. I mean, what are you gonna do, go outside for a few hours? I mean, a bunch of weirdos come out and be like, hey, what are you doing, are you dancing? But I don't know.
But yeah, so hopefully get back into that. I did start swing dancing though, and that I've been telling myself for a long time I would do, and finally I'm doing it again.
Nice.
So
How are you liking that?
I like it a lot. I've already stepped on like some people's feet and I feel bad, but like I'm getting better each time because it's really nice. It's like $4. It's right by the Siena main campus. And like for an hour before, they have like a lesson for everyone, teaching them new moves for like beginner, advanced, intermediate. And then until like 10:30 at night, they just dance. So it's pretty fun.
Nice. So you can just go there just to like kind of get some experience before an actual
and like
lesson.
learn some moves.
Nice. And there's probably like really experienced people there, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I feel bad because I'll have people come up who are really experienced. They'll be like, oh, do you want to dance? And I'll be like, okay, but I'm not that good. And they'll like, some people are really good at leading, which like is easier to follow, but like some people I'll feel bad. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not good.
That's crazy. So you can tell the difference when somebody's a really good leader and not.
Oh yeah, especially it's like such a difference because even though I may be very, very inexperienced, someone who's a really good leader, I can just follow easily and it's pretty smooth.
Okay, I see. I would suck as a leader. I can understand those because I don't know, it's like ballroom or swing dancing kind of has that, you know, presence of, I don't want to say dominance, but you do kind of like lead the other person into whatever move you're going into.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that? Or you just started?
I just started, so I've only gone to like a few of them so far. I used to go to more of them in high school with one of my friends because she's really good at swing dancing. And then I stopped, and then she's like, hey, you should do that again. And it took some convincing, but I did it, and I'm glad I went.
Nice. It's always good to have that friend to give you that extra push.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you like to do it. I mean, that's the worst part is like if you're just like, I don't know, maybe later, like the tablet.
Yeah. I know. I need to push myself to do that. I'm like thinking maybe I'll like scan my traditional art and then draw over it, which might be easier to start off.
That's not a bad idea because
Yeah.
you know it's kind of like a tracing pattern,
Mm-hmm.
and at least you get the feel of how the pen works with the this kind of surface.
Yeah, because that's what
Blast.
I'm having trouble with is like working on something that I don't see with the pen and then having to look at a different screen.
Oh, so you're looking up like that?
Mm-hmm.
Like looking at it while it's drawing? You're like, whoa.
Yeah, because it's not like the tablet that has the screen on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's still pretty cool. You should just put the TV right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
Just that little screen. Well, let's see what else I have on these many topics to talk about. Have you ever you like music, right? You're a music person, right?
Yeah.
You like have you ever listened to heavy metal?
I'm trying to get into it. I have not listened to much yet.
Not really.
No.
Whoa, okay. So, do you know there's actually tons of subgenres of heavy metal?
No, not a lot. Not
Like-
that I know of.
Like, okay, so if I said what if I was like heavy metal and then I was like, have you ever heard of any new metal bands? You wouldn't know what I was saying. Or like I just have to say it because we've been bringing it up for the podcast, black metal. No.
Does Rob Zombie count?
Rob
Listen to
Zombie?
him.
What was he? I guess you can count him as industrial metal.
Okay.
Because his sound, I don't know how to explain his sound, but he has like those weird ambient sounds in his, like, you know the beginning of Super Beast where it's like superstition and jealousy.
Yeah.
That's like industrial music, like industrial noises and stuff. I guess, you know, I don't really like when people categorize music so much because it's so much harder to listen to, and you start dividing people because I can be like, oh, and you can be like, what the fuck is black metal? I don't like black metal. I like glam metal, and that's a thing. There's such thing as glam metal.
Oh dang.
Glam
I'll have to
metal,
look into this.
yeah, black metal, shock. The list goes on. Early metal, new wave of British heavy metal, pop metal. Yeah, the list goes on.
Oh dang.
So yeah, subgenres of metal.
I'll have to look into that. Yeah, because I want to get into metal. I'm just like, I don't know where to start.
What is a good band to start? What you're not looking for something super guttural to ruin your vocal cords, are you?
I don't know. I'll find out, I guess.
If you are, I suggest a band called Arch Enemy.
Okay,
I'll even send you a link of a really good song.
please do.
Oh my god. The singer is a female. She is amazing. Well, the
nice.
first singer, her name was Angela Galasso, something to that effect, and she's a really good guttural singer. But now they have a new singer named Alyssa something. I don't remember her last name, but she's really awesome as well. Really melodic. I don't know. What heavy metal songs have you listened to that you like? I mean, I could probably name a classic. Like, you like Crazy Train, right? Who doesn't like the song Crazy Train?
I don't know. I'd have to hear it.
Oh my
Listen to
god!
baby metal, and I've heard some Corn.
Okay, what do you like of Corn? With my corn tattoo.
I don't
Check out my
know.
cool corn tattoo.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not good with names. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here to learn. But music, I don't know. I'm a big music buff. Like, I love music a lot. Such a big music nerd. So that's why I'm just always like, oh, really? You like this? That's so cool. Let's talk about it. Because, I mean, I don't know. For when I was growing up, music, I didn't really like a lot of music. Like, my mom would listen to that movie all the time. That movie right there. You see it?
Grease?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom would always watch it, and I would hate the musicals to it, you know, like all the songs to it and stuff. But now that I'm older, oh my god, it's just so, I love it. I can't stop listening to it. Like, I can always just like, oh, why not listen to Summer Nights? Or, oh, why not listen to Danny or fucking John Travolta freaking sing Sigh. But yeah, it's so weird how that happens. I don't know if that experience ever happened to you, but appreciating something when you got older, when you didn't like it when you were younger. Is there anything like that you might be able to recall?
My mom's advice.
Oh, you heard it here, folks. She's dropping the mom card.
No, it is so funny though, because I was like the angstiest teenager you could ever imagine. And like, now that I'm actually becoming an adult and learning these things, I'm like, oh hey, she actually had a point there.
I get what you're saying.
I'm like, I get it now, Mom. And I'll like call her. I'll be like, oh hey, this happened and you were right.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Just those little experiences. And I guess that's the beauty of growing up, right?
Yeah.
Is like seeing all the mistakes that your parents made and be like, that's not a mistake. That's actually how it should be done.
Yeah, like I was watching some of the Shane Dawson like conspiracy videos.
We're gonna talk all kinds now.
And like they were talking about the one with the woman and like that guy who was coming in, who was kind of like traffic coming.
Spoiler alerts, people, if you haven't seen the video. But he has over 13 million views. Who hasn't seen it?
Yeah, and so like I started researching about that after on the internet and like how common it is, how to avoid it. And like after, like it was really scary. I was like, okay, Mom, now I get why you didn't want me talking to strangers on the internet as much as as a kid.
Yeah,
you know?
and it gets really kind of weird at that sense too, because there's some times where maybe you do want to connect with somebody on the internet, but then there is that possibility where it's like, oh my God, what if they're a weirdo? Or you don't know. And that's kind of how sad that criteria has gotten. It's like, unfortunately, we got lucky because I saw you at a con. Like, so we met each other kind of as a visual.
Yeah.
But if I'm just speculating, I'm pretty sure you're a really nice person. But if I were just to message you like, hey, how's it going? I have a podcast show and I've never seen you in my life. You want to come over? That would be a little more skeptical. I don't know. Maybe you're super nice and be like, more accepting of it. But nowadays, with the way that the internet is, there's always that possibility of like, oh my God, it could be a weirdo.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's hard to tell, especially sometimes. So yeah, I was definitely after watching that looking online to make sure like what the signs would be and keeping an eye out because it's a big thing. Like, oh my gosh, it was scary.
Oh man.
Like I can't imagine being in her shoes. Oof. But yeah. So anyways.
But that guy, I don't want to say what that guy, I don't know. That's so bad to say because that guy's like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, he is a bad guy, but I mean, did it happen as a transition or did he have this from the beginning? From the beginning, did he have these bad morals? He's like,
I think so, but that's just me.
No, that's fine. That's what this show is for. We want your opinion. She's got an opinion, people.
Yeah.
But that's great because that guy is kind of creepy. Like you thought about it too, and it's just like every time when I saw the documentary too, and I was just like, he is kind of playing that whole, I don't want to really be in the spotlight, but I do want to like be next to you so that I kind of do get your backwash of fame.
Yeah, like I was looking online and that's one of the tactics is being in a relationship with someone that you're thinking about trafficking and just being that ideal person that they want to gain their trust. And I'm like, that's so scary. Oh my gosh.
And then the whole trafficking thing is just even worse because I can just see if he used her just for like some publicity stunt, because she was a famous YouTuber, she had some cool following. The guy, if he really wanted to, could have started his own YouTube channel and boom, he could have blew up just because of what he did with her.
Yeah.
But it turned into something really dark. Like creepy dark.
Yeah, like I know Ashton Kutcher actually does a lot of work against human trafficking, and I didn't know that because like I watched that 70s show all the time, and then I found that out. I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Nice.
Doing that.
Right? And you don't think so because Kelsel's like this like man whore kind of guy.
It's so funny because I'll be watching that 70s show, and then you watch something really dark like The Butterfly Effect, and it's just so different, those characters.
I love how he can do that though. He can do that really, really well. Will you answer that, good sir? No, just answer it. He's not here yet, but just answer it. Sorry, we're accommodating to other people. Unfortunately, I try to run a business. This is a business.
Yes.
We're trying to get sponsors. Gatorade, I know you're out there. Listen to me.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, let's see what else I got on my amazing topics. Oh, what's up? We kind of brushed on this last time, but we talked a little bit about AI technology. Okay, so are you for it? Against it? How much can you trust a robot if a robot is self-aware?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I feel like I'm one of those people that when I'm like, hey Siri, what's this? And then she'll tell me and I'll be like, okay, thank you. Like that's, I don't know. I feel like I have to say thank you. Yeah, so.
She remembers the thank you.
I don't know. I would try and be nice. I think it's a little bit spooky. Having AI, because like it'd be so easy for them to take over. Like I don't know, there's so many movies like The Matrix that just like make me think like, oh, this could go south so easy if we do go that far.
That's even weirder. Oh, I'm glad you said The Matrix because now I'm gonna blow your mind even more. Like,
oh please, I love The Matrix.
Do you feel like right now because we don't know what is the world. Like literally, it's so mysterious. See that now? So many topics to bring up right now. Okay, let's start off with religion.
Okay.
Obviously, are you a religious person?
I'd say I'm spiritual. I believe that there's something or some things out there, but I don't know if I know what it is. Like if I can ever know. So.
Okay, so with that being said, do you feel that this could be a simulation? The life that you live right now is a simulation.
It could be.
Maybe not your simulation, but a simulation of somebody else.
It could be a possibility. There's no way I can know. So.
I know, right? That's the weirdest part about it is like somebody like Elon Musk is like, it might be a simulation. And then now I have been thinking about a simulation for like 2 years now.
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. I remember like thinking that when I was a kid. I was like, but what if?
So, I mean, it's awesome to think about too. But I mean, it's funny because I don't want to be troubling my whole life. Like, oh no, I got to find out if I'm in a simulation or not. But yet I don't live my life to the fullest because I'm trying to find out it's a simulation.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if it is or if it isn't, doesn't matter.
I don't know. See,
Because
that's
it's still your life.
because on the Matrix, everybody was in a simulation, correct? Like
Yeah.
everyone kind of was like, wired in. So what if it's only that one person is wired into the world we're in now, and then we're just like extra data. We're just like, hey guys,
MCPs.
yeah, just like what's up? That's I don't know. It always blows my mind.
Yeah.
Can you? I mean.
I don't know. If it is, what can I do? This is what I've been given. So just keep doing what I'm doing. And if some mystic person comes and like, hey, save the world and gives me a quest, I guess, then that would change it.
That would be even better. That'd be like sick. But I think that is like what we're trying to achieve. Like, you mean our quests are like, the whole trying to be famous or like just entertaining people or that is kind of like your quest.
Yeah.
I've always seen it that way. Like I play guitar and I get a little bit better each time, but like my status bar of my leveling is like, oh no, you're at 57%. You're almost at level 100 for your guitar playing. Unfortunately, you're only at level 50 for like athletics, but it's okay. Stuff like that. I love making my life seem like it is a video game. Like I'm a player just trying to increase all my stats.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No matter what stat it is. Like, oh, I have like an inventory list of like jazz dancing. I can bust that out because I have that stat.
Yeah, that would be good.
I've always liked that idea. So would you say you have, I don't know, what's another kind of like, because we were talking about AI and going into like the simulation theory. What if you can be a computer? Like you can start being a computer. Like a computer. I think I said computer like 3 times.
Like how, like I can put my mind into computer,
or the computer in your mind.
Ooh, that's
so like
interesting.
And like literally, I'm just like, hey, do you know the subgenre of black metal? And all of a sudden, you're like naming a bunch of bands because you researched it instantaneously in your brain.
Oh man, I don't know about that. That'd be, I don't know. I'm weird about anything being like injected in my body, so I'm like, that sounds spooky.
Elon Musk is inventing that.
Oof.
Like right now, he's working on something to connect our phones to our brain, kind of like the bandwidth. Just because right now we are super smart. We're the smartest ever because we have all the technology and all the information on our phone. Like everything, like literally everything. But it takes us a little bit of time to type it and read it because we have to literally how to boil an egg, and then I have to type it in, scroll and look for it, and the information only goes as fast as me being able to read it and recognize it. Where if this thing is invented, those problems are out the door. I mean, you'll be able to instantaneously know anything. How do you feel about that?
That's cool, but my worry is like, what if that happens and then whoever's controlling all that gets into the wrong hands, I feel like that will go very south. But then again, like, it's kind of like old people now and the young people, like, all of us have iPhones and everything, and the old people are like, oh no, I don't trust that. Like, I feel like I'm gonna get like that.
Because we already have, all of us have the phone. Like, even old people, unfortunately, have the phone. If they don't want it, they still kind of have it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it might just be a transition we'll have to do, right? Something that
Maybe.
just happens. Elon Musk did say, I love Elon Musk. Elon Musk did say, though, that once people start doing it, a lot of people will go back because they'll see that it's not as cracked up as it is. You know, it's not as cracked up as it is to be.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I honestly don't know. I honestly would love that. I can I'm pretty sure it wouldn't make me a better guitar player, but it would enhance my skill a little bit. Because then again, you can have all the knowledge in the world. Like you can know the knowledge of every breakdance move, but if your body isn't worked out enough to do those moves, then you won't be able to do them.
Yeah.
So that's another kind of flaw. Like, what are obese people gonna do if they're like, I want to start running? So they research running, all different methods, different like marathons and all kinds of stuff, and then they get to the point where it's just like, that's it. Like, you were hoping like maybe it was gonna help, but it didn't motivate you past the point of actually doing the exercise.
Yeah.
That's the scary part, is like, we'll have the capability of doing all this stuff, but will we do it?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you. Oh, that'd be cool, but I don't know. I still feel a little paranoid about it right now. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. Chip me right now.
Yeah, maybe other people, maybe later down the line.
I'll let you know how it is. I'll totally tell you how it is. I'll be like, Annalisa, it's great. Let me tell you about it right now. Beep, 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 beep. And then I start giving you a bunch of information about my computer chip in my head. Yeah. That would be funny, though. I don't know. So, other than that, I mean, the entertainment-wise, what else have you been up to lately?
I've been reading again, finally, which is nice.
Nice.
Because I used to read a lot. Like, my mom grounded me from reading. That's how much I read when I was a kid.
Whoa, that's like your punishment. Me and Angel are like, don't take our video games away. But, you know.
Oh, no, the cringiest part is it was Twilight. That's what I was reading.
I mean, that's awesome.
No.
You're super cool. I can't bash on Twilight because I don't know Twilight.
It's, as someone who was like a die-hard fan, and then looking back at it now, it's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best.
Oh, wow. But it's still like, it's not one of those franchises it's not like Harry Potter, right? That's more of like a cult following where it's like, it's always there, not like.
That's what I'm reading right now, and that really? I love. Like, oh my god.
Nice. Not compared to like Twilight, where you're just like,
I
can't believe I read that when I was a kid.
Yeah, basically, because like, I read the first Harry Potter books as a kid, but I'm trying to like read all of them now, and they're so good. Like, I'm like getting all this Harry Potter merch, and like, oh, it's so good. I love it.
You hear that, guys? Literature's where it's at. Even if you have somebody read it to you, like ebooks, just do it, people. Do it.
Oh yeah, like I'll switch back and forth from like having the actual book and then the ebook. So like that way, if I'm stuck in traffic, just throw on an ebook.
Oh, nice. So you like listening to books while you're just cruising around? Nice.
Yeah, I think it's good to like not waste your time if you're in traffic. Like, yeah, like have some music, have an ebook. You could like learn a language. Like I've even turned on like how to learn Japanese while I'm driving. So
nice. Is it any stuck?
A little. I'm working on it.
What's up? Give us some.
Konbana, genki desu ka? Good evening. How are you?
Nice. There you go, people. Here first on the MuseMe TV.
Yeah. It was funny because I used to work at a hotel, not anymore, and I'd have people come in from Japan, and so that's when I would try and practice it, but I always got so nervous, and I'd like, just the basic things I would like forget and just like go out of my mind because I got nervous. I was like, no.
I could imagine. I don't want to say it's the same thing for Spanish, but since I haven't been speaking it so much more, there are those words where I'm just like, oh man, I totally forgot, and then later on in the day I was like, I remember the word.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm like, why?
Yeah, language is amazing in itself. Like the fact that there's hundreds of languages out there is just mind-blowing to me, because aren't we supposed to be one human? We're all supposed to be one person, but yet we're still so divided by just our languages. And that's not even going into how we're divided in the country with the wall. People for the wall, against the wall. I mean, that's so much hate already just inside of our country. Like,
oh yeah,
it's bad.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
You're not a big Trump supporter, are you?
No, not at all.
So you're pretty opposed of the wall. You're like, this shouldn't be there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about the current politics. I should, but I don't know enough to have certain solid opinions about everything. I don't want to just make statements blindly.
But your opinions, I mean, obviously you're not a supporter of Trump, so there's that. You are against the wall.
Yeah,
there are that. I mean, I don't know, Space Force, are you for that?
What's Space Force?
Wow. Okay, so
Is that like the military for space he was gonna do?
yeah, so it would be the sixth branch of the military now. I think the sixth. So it would be the sixth branch of the military, and it'd be known as the Space Force.
What do they need to be in space?
I mean, there are some smart things about the Space Force.
Okay.
So technology is growing, and the threat of other countries' satellites spying on us is there.
Okay.
I get that. Whatever. But we have debris that is literally just circling our Earth. Trash. Space trash is out there. Like literally hurtling around us in our gravity. And you know what it is? It's just shitty ass like satellites that we just gave up on. So we threw a satellite up there, and then all of a sudden it died out. We forgot about it. Whatever, it's gone. And then we got more. So with years that go on, we're just like, let's make a better one. We throw a new one up there, but the old one is still up there.
Boy.
And so what's happening is that it's creating so much like debris and stuff or it's actually going to start like causing a bunch of space trash. So it'll actually be harder for us to leave our atmosphere if that's the case, because we're trying to go at like freaking super high speeds. If that stuff starts hitting, it's just disaster.
Yeah.
So one of the things, I don't think Trump came up with this idea, but it was one of the scientists that if Space Force was a thing, that would be one of the things they should do is clean up space.
Yeah.
Because
That makes sense.
space is dirty.
Yeah. Yeah, I would not be surprised if like the human race just like stopped here soon because of all the pollution and everything. It's a lot. It's scary.
That's weird to think about too, is like humans on this earth kind of ruined the earth. Like, I mean, I don't want to say we should go back to the indigenous ways because obviously our lives are amazing because of the stuff we have. But is nature amazing because of the stuff we have?
Nah.
I mean, there's more plastic and trash inside of the ocean that's just like unbearable to think about. Like,
Yeah.
I can't even believe that. I mean, I'm tearing up right now because of it, but still.
I feel like every day I'm looking at like another animal that was added onto the endangered species list, and it's just so sad.
It is.
I actually took my boyfriend to see Princess Mononoke for the first time because I think that's a really good movie, showing like people in the industrial versus like nature.
Oh, it's so beautiful. That's a good movie.
Yeah, and it's interesting because like it shows things from both sides. Like there's nature and that's why they're mad, but then like the person who you think would be the villain, like Lady Eboshi with the industrial, even though she is like hurting the environment, she's like helping her own people who have like disease and helping women out of brothels. So like it's very like complex.
Yeah, it is. It's so hard to think about too because again, we live a good life, but for the sacrifice of what? It's hard to imagine.
Yeah.
So there are some theories or a bunch of people just saying like the planet will just end up killing us off.
Yeah.
It'll just like I'm enough. I'm done with you guys. You guys fucked me up way too much, and then we're done.
Yeah.
But then again, who knows? We could probably just end up messing up the planet ourselves. That's why we have to go to Mars.
Yep. I mean, my hope is that hopefully like we start cleaning up and being more eco-friendly. That would be the goal, but we'll see, I guess.
It's kind of hard to imagine too because like I mean, us as individuals could only do so much. Like we want to try so hard. Like I literally would love to go out there and pick up some trash with a great gang of people that actually do it with more incentive to actually make the place look nice. But then you have the other individuals who are just like, I just totally cleaned up. What are you doing? Like that's so negative. And it's disheartening for me when I see that because I'm just like, why am I even doing this? You assholes don't even help. You guys are so bad.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever watch Adam Ruins Everything, but like they did an episode about being like eco-friendly and all that, and they talked about how it's really good for everyone to recycle and whatnot, but the big impact is those who are in power with like the oil and the gas and all that. They're the ones that are really going to make an impact.
Okay, so that brings up the conspiracy then. Do you think that the world is actually ruled by an elite class, not who we think it is? So, like, you know how they're always like, oh, yeah, the president and, like, Chinese president and Russian president. But behind those doors, they answer to an elite group of people. Do you think that's a thing?
I I'd have to look into it, but it wouldn't surprise me that those with money have the most power. So
Because they say one of them is the Rockefellers. The Rockefeller family is one of those people that are behind closed doors because they own so much of the world that they are like literally presidents and prime ministers and really important figures go to him because they're like, is that okay if we get money, or is that okay if we do this? Because he has the political pool, which is kind of scary to think about because that's like too much power for one person.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. So if that is the case.
Yeah. I'm such a nerd. I'm always doing a bunch of research and always doing a bunch of stuff. So that's one thing that I looked into is conspiracies. And that was one of the conspiracies where, like, unfortunately, the world is controlled by an elite group of people that are only on top, which are like 5 to 6 people.
Yeah.
Which would be crazy, but still, I mean, it's not far-fetched.
Yeah.
You see that all the time in like small businesses. Like, you know, you can have like a really dictator like mean boss and he controls over like 15 to 20 employees. So
yeah, that's true.
I can see that. Let's talk animals.
All right, I like animals.
Have you ever heard of a thing called panspermia?
No.
That sounds weird. That sounds weird. I kind of jumped into that a little weird. But that's the idea that life came from outer space. Okay.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people are thinking, speculations, that the octopus is known as panspermia. That somehow or another, a molecule or some kind of thing was on a meteor, crashed on the Earth, dropped it, and then it evolved into the octopus. So the octopus wasn't really here, but it did evolve here.
Okay. They are pretty smart.
They're amazingly smart.
Yeah.
I feel like me and an octopus playing chess, I would lose. Guys, like, I can think of 8 moves before you think of one.
Yeah. That's interesting. I haven't heard of that, but I guess that could happen, right?
That's a lot about, that theory is true of a lot of different things, like certain bacteria. Some people even think that it might be gold as well. That gold is not, like, made here. Like, you know how you can actually go to, like, a really deep cavern and find diamonds that are being made because of, like, the chemical process and stuff like that? You can't do that with gold. You find it and it's there. And then, like, you can't really, like, be like, well, I'm going to create more gold, but you end up just coming up with, like, gold-plated stuff and shit like that. So, like, they say that gold is one of those things that is kind of like a panspermian kind of thing where it's just, like, it's not from here.
That'd be interesting thing.
Because I feel if we mine all the gold, then there'll be no more gold left. And that's kind of true of oil, too. But oil's different because it's just, like, fossil fuel that's over time, shit like that. But gold. I don't know. Why is it the most valuable thing out there in the world?
Because there's not a lot of it? I don't know.
I don't know either. I mean, I kind of want a gold tooth. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want a grill, though. That's way too much.
Oh, dang.
You know what a grill is?
Yeah, it's like where it's all across the teeth.
All across teeth, diamond plated. And I'm talking like this half the time because I got a lot to say. I got a lot. I can't. Yeah. Panspermia.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah, there's just weird shit that I bring up all the time on this podcast now. We're actually implementing some segments. I haven't done it yet, so you have to be a guest again.
Okay,
But
sounds good.
but there's gonna be this one talk segment where we're gonna be like weird and quirky facts, and then we're just gonna look up some weird stuff and be like, oh my god, I can't believe that's real. But we'll do that. And then there's another thing that we're working on. I don't know if you were here last time, but it was called Rapid Fire. No, I don't think we did it for you.
I don't know.
That would be another one that's gonna be implemented here soon.
Oh,
So.
cool.
Stay tuned, everybody. Stay tuned for these amazing segments that are coming up not shortly, but in the near future. What's up? Have you played the Kingdom Hearts yet?
No, I want to so badly, but I am broke. I'm so broke. I'm like, do I want to be in more debt?
BB-8, no.
Maybe.
Go lay down. She wants attention. She's like, you guys have been here for too long already.
It's okay. Me too, man.
But the dog, yeah. I love my dog. Anyways,
She's so cute.
Kingdom Hearts.
Yes, I want to play it so badly. Like, I keep watching the trailer, and I'm like, should I buy it? Should I not? I want to, though.
Ah, man.
Yeah, I'm playing Final Fantasy right now to hold me over.
Okay. How do you like that? How do you liking that?
A lot. So, like, I got the 15 first, and I'm pausing on that right now because I'm lost on the map. And then I'm playing Final Fantasy X
Okay.
with like Yuna and Titus, and I love it so much. Like eventually, once I'm better with my sewing skills, I want to cosplay Lulu. And it's like, Final Fantasy, and their costumes are so elaborate. It's gonna kill me.
They are super sick. Like, oh man, I could think of hundreds that are just like, wow, I can't believe that's like because I've seen some cosplayers like online and stuff that I look at them just like, whoa.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm like, oh my gosh, like how?
Cosplaying is, oh man, that's another cool artwork that it's just super fun to do. And it's just, I don't know, it's not as appreciated as it should be. I mean, it's not
hard.
Yeah, it's not like I don't know, like you can get your foot into the door and like prop making and stuff like that for big movie industries, but like what else is there to do if you're a cosplayer?
Yeah.
I know there are some aspects, like I know when you start doing, or maybe when you start working with your burlesque dancing, they might come to you for costume ideas. They might be like, well, we see that you're versed in the cosplay universe. Maybe you can come up with this awesome, cosplay idea for our burlesque. Or
Yeah, probably doing like costuming and film and theater is all I can think of for right now. I'm sure there's more.
yeah. But I mean, I don't know. It's a good skill to have, though.
It is.
I think it's really entertaining.
And I'm so happy that like now they have the like cosplay rest and repair rooms, which is so nice. It's a godsend. Oh my goodness. Because like I'll be sometimes in costumes, they're like really tight or like really hot, and it's like they have food there, they have stuff to like fix your costume, and it's just you can sit there and it's quiet and nice. So yeah, I really like that they added that.
That's awesome. Speaking of the cosplay repair room, cosplay cons. Well, I don't want to name the con that it was, but I guess there's controversy with the owner of the Albuquerque con. Have you heard about this?
I've heard a little bit about it, not too much.
Oh man, people say that he's a sexist and that like he's just in it for the money, and I don't know. I kind of feel bad.
It's hard because like from what I hear, yeah, he's not a good person. And so like a lot of people stop going to the cons, but then there's the other side of the people who are artists at those conventions who that's how they make their living, is going to cons. So like I don't know if I'll keep going to his cons or not, if he is like that toxic to the community, because I don't want to like feed into that, but at the same time I also want to support my local artists, so it's hard. Yeah,
it's one of those catch-22s, I guess, where you're just like, I don't know if I really want to support him, but I do want to support the people that do support him. Or are there? Because I don't want to really say that those artists are supporting him, but it's like you said, it's just like a job for them.
Yeah, it's how they make their living, as going to different cons throughout the state. Like I know a lot of people, that's all they do is they sell their art and do commissions, and so I don't know. I'd like to support people who do that, but not support him. I know they started the new New Mexico Comic-Con, which is different, so I'll definitely try that because they have Jason Momoa apparently. He's going there.
God!
And I'm like, ooh. Yeah.
So yeah, that should actually be pretty cool. I saw some pretty big name guests as well. But I wonder how pricing is going to be. That's always my biggest thing, is because the bigger and the better the guests are, the more expensive it's going to be.
That's true. Like I know they tried bringing Wizard World here a few times and never, because it's so expensive.
I'm not paying $75.
Me neither. So it's always canceled. So hopefully they don't do that.
Yeah, that wasn't for me either.
Yeah.
But it looks so enticing because the people you get to see and like the interactions that are probably out there. Like Wizard World probably has some cool stuff to do compared to like.
Yeah, because like when I go to conventions, although like merch hall is awesome, I love like when like SabakuCon and KanjiCon where they have like actual events and games you can do. Like I love that.
Yeah. So then anime cons are better than Comic Cons.
Yeah. I mean,
just say it.
Because I took my brother for the first time to a convention. Like he's always wanted to go. He like just turned 13, and I took him to the Albuquerque Comic-Con, which was really fun, but we were only there for a few hours. Once you saw all the merch room, there wasn't as much left to do. Rather than I want to take him now to SabakuCon because they have so many fun panels that can be interactive. They have like cosplay chess, and that's like more fun and engaging to the attendees.
Yeah, it is way funner. I enjoy anime cons a lot more. I want to be more a part of them. Like I want to help out more, maybe be able to provide more entertainment, like a good sound system, or maybe like the karaoke setup, or I just want to be part of that, help out more. So
yeah,
need to reach out to our fellow con goers and be like, hey guys, MuseMe TV. There's a bunch of plugs in here. I'm just trying to sell it.
Yep.
Anyways, let's see what else I got in my topics to talk about. Wow. So this is a big one. This is a big one. Everyone's been talking about this all day.
Yes.
I'm just kidding. I have no idea. Half the time I'm just like off the cuff trying to think of things to talk about. So, I mean,
Good improvisation.
yeah, I mean, it is as good as I can get besides wanting to talk about black metal some more.
Yeah.
You know who Roy Culkin is?
No.
You know who Macaulay Culkin is?
Mm-mm.
You don't know who Macaulay Culkin is?
I'm bad with names.
Oh my god. Have you ever seen the movie or heard of the movie called Home Alone?
Yes. Okay.
His name is Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he has a brother. His name is Roy Culkin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he's playing a part in the movie Lords of Chaos. I know it's stupid black metal stuff, but he's playing a part in it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, dang. That'll be interesting.
Black metal is really interesting. The whole concept of that music is just to rebel against everything. So even when they recorded their first albums, they wanted to do it the worst way ever. They're like, give me the shittiest mic, give me the shittiest guitar, give me the shittiest amp,
Dang.
and let's record. And they became an icon. Like, black metal is super famous. Like, it's really famous in Norway.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, because after they started coming out with the music black metal, one of the members of this band, Mayhem, actually started burning churches.
Whoa.
Yeah, so he actually had like a statement for his music, which is kind of good and bad because coming from Norway, their religion and their ancestry is about Vikings and like Thor and like, you know, really ancestral, like Vikings, you know, like that kind of stuff. But then they got introduced to like Christianity and stuff, and it kind of like tore away that religion. So being like a person, would you feel kind of sad that something that you grew up with and that your parents always taught you ends up getting casted away because of another kind of cool thing that comes up? Like, Vikings aren't cool anymore. It's all about Jesus. And then all their old churches of Vikings, all the old sacraments of the Vikings are just torn away and replaced with Christianity.
Oh, yeah. I get why a lot of people are upset because they did that, like, a lot when they went to, like the westward expansion, like Spain. When they came here, like, they erased so much of, like, the native culture, and it's so sad just to replace with churches. So, yeah, I completely get that.
So, yeah, that his, like, not only is our music heavy, let's have it as a statement, and they burn churches as well.
Oh,
and the thing is like, they made it seem like it was a rebellious thing, like, oh, we're burning churches because we're little kids, and we're just, you know, we're doing it because we're metal. But the guy had the story to tell. He actually had the reason why. Is like, my ancestry is lost because of this, and I feel like I need to bring it back somehow.
Oh, dang. Were they, like, own churches? Were they, like, abandoned?
No, they were own churches.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He just, like, did it. How did he not get sued?
No, he actually went to jail.
Wow.
There was a lot. You have to see this movie. This is a good movie. But I haven't seen it either. But I know the story. That's why I really want to see this movie. But I guess the way that it started is like, he was being threatened by some guy, and see, I don't even know exactly if I'm going to tell the story correctly. I'm probably going to butcher it really bad. But they started the music. He burns churches. The guy's like, you're taking this to the extreme. He kills a guy, and then somebody else kills themselves. And you should look up the picture of Mayhem when you have a chance. Look up that album art. Not only did this guy kill himself, the fellow band member comes to his house and sees him dead. The first instinct that he does is goes and grabs a camera and takes a picture of the dead body with the head gone. And
that is spooky.
Let me finish. I'm not even done. They use it as an album cover.
Whoa.
Here, are you ready for it?
That's the most metal.
Here it is. This is real.
Oh,
this is
my
real.
God.
This is the actual photo.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh.
You want me to get it even a little bit worse?
Sure.
The guys were so dedicated to the band that they took a piece of his skull and they all made necklaces out of it. So they all have a piece of him as you know, a remembrance of the music and the stuff that they did.
Oh wow. That is the most metal.
That's why it's called black metal, right? It's crazy. But there's only 3 true black metal artists out there. Mayhem, Berzerum, and Darkthrone. Anything else, if you ever hear anybody else mention anything else other than those three, that's not real black metal.
Okay.
These guys said that the moment that black metal became famous is when black metal died. There's no such thing as black metal after those three. Those three were the true starts of black metal, and everybody else just made it into a commercial pop thing. It's like, hey, let's make black metal because it looks cool. These people had like moral beliefs in the black metal. They had like actual like real ties to it. And then, you know, it would be like someone like me where it's like, I love playing guitar. I'm not doing so good playing glam metal, so maybe I should play black metal instead. I'm just transitioning from different metals to see what hits, you know. I'm just like, oh, maybe the black metal community will like me. But that wasn't what this music was about. It was like, you know, having that wholehearted dedication from the beginning. Just kind of, it's kind of cool. I love that story, but I mean,
that's intense.
Black metal. Yeah, they burn churches. Norway.
Yeah.
I don't know that, but I can see why. That place is always cold. They'd be pissed off trying to start a fire, you know, just stay warm.
Yeah.
Where's the next church?
Oh, dang.
I don't promote church burnings.
Nope.
But that's a good story.
Oh, dang. That's intense.
Yeah, so the guy that burned the churches and killed the guy was sent to jail for 22 years. He's been out for like 10 years now. He's been out for a while.
Okay.
But he has his own YouTube channel. And he's really like, oh man, if you listen to him, you probably get brainwashed. He's like I kind of feel like he's kind of like a cult leader.
Oh, like Manson or something.
Yeah, he told you these things where he's like, he's not an open racist, but he does have these ideas where he's like, you know, racist ideas. So I'm just like, wow.
I'm like, oh, thanks.
Holy shit. I love your music, but what the hell's going on here?
Yeah. Ugh. That's a topic like where you like the content, but the creator is like really controversial.
That's a weird thing. Is there something like that you can think of that? Because I mean, I don't want to say Marilyn Manson and stuff like that because I love his image and I love the message he brings too. Because a lot of people are like, oh, he's all about like the Antichrist and he's all about Satanism and he's all about like devil and evil. But if you really listen to his lyrics and his music, it's more about liberation and actually empowering yourself.
Okay. It's
really, really like, oh man, like it's amazing. I don't want to start preaching to you about metal, but
you're good.
Marilyn Manson is like one of those artists that just like, I don't know, it just like gets plucked out of like a little sea, like you know, fished out of the water, and it ends up being really, really, really famous. Like, just go listen to some of it. I'm pretty sure you probably might have already heard some. Like, have you ever heard his remake of Sweet Dreams?
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard a lot of his covers.
The Beautiful People. He's done that song.
Yeah.
What else?
This is Halloween.
Yeah, this is Halloween. Inside of those, listen to his albums. Those are cool. Like Mechanical Animals, that's a good album. Hollywood, that's a good album too. Eat Me, Drink Me, that's a good one too. But again, that's like a whole other world.
Yeah.
Because music in itself is just ridiculous. Like, I don't know. Have you ever heard of Kiss? Have you listened to Kiss?
A little.
Yeah, those guys are what? Those guys are on their last farewell tour. Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
They're probably still gonna make money because they own all those rock and brews. So.
They were. Oh, do you know what else they own? Everything.
Everything.
Like they own anything that has Kiss on it. So literally, like anything Kiss. And you know, you wouldn't happen to know the name of the band members, do you? Do you know the guy that spits fire with the tongue? You know what he looks. I can
see him in my head.
Yeah, he's right there. He looks. His name is Gene Simmons.
Oh yeah.
He's the most cocky asshole ever. I don't know if this is true, but they said that he patented the word OJ. Like the word, you know, OJ.
Yeah.
He got a patent on that, and now he makes money every time a commercial, or anytime anybody ever mentions the word OJ, referring to orange juice.
Oh.
They can't refer to like the guy who tried to kill somebody, you know, O.J. Simpson, the murderer. Yeah. He wasn't a murderer supposedly, but whatever. Yeah, he's that kind of guy.
Dang.
And he like, so, Paul Stanley. Why am I talking about music so much?
Music is good.
Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons are kind of like the founders of Kiss, and they've always switched out the other two, the bass, the guitar player, and the drummer. They've always been different people. The only two that's always been the same is the guy with the star on his eye and the demon with the tongue.
Okay.
Those are the only two that have always been the same. The other two at the bottom have always changed. Now they're doing the farewell tour, right? And the two guys at the bottom, the two original members, they want to be included in there because they feel like they should. They're gonna play songs that they helped create. They're gonna be there, you know. They're gonna be pretty much wearing their makeup, other people, so they want to be part of it. But that asshole Gene Simmons doesn't want to. He's like, your guys' time is done.
Oh dang, that sucks.
Yeah, it's so shitty. Like, and the not the cat. His name is the cat, but the other guy, Star Child. He's like Spaceman. His name is Ace Frehley. That guy, he's like, I totally understand back in the day if you didn't want me, but right now I'm the best that I've ever been. Why would you not want me? And he's just like, Gene Simmons, asshole.
Yeah.
So that's kind of shitty to think about too, is like building this community or this establishment with somebody. You know, you get super famous or super known with this other person, but then you lose ties with them. Do you still share that fame and publicity, or do you just take it yourself? Like, I hate using examples, but here's an example. Is like we both do something that makes us both famous, but you helped me get famous on my podcast. So like, everyone's just like, hey, Annalisa is so awesome. You should have her on this podcast again. And I'm just like, but I'm getting other guests. Is that okay? And they're like, no, we only want Annalisa. So then that in itself just makes me feel like, oh, man, I don't want to just like toot this horn when it's just like, you know, helping this like Gene Simmons. He only helps the guy with the star in his eye. And the other ones that were in the band, like my other guests, you know, like I should bring back some of my other guests, be like, hey guys, you guys want to come back? And they're like, yeah. But my fans are all like, no, we want Annalisa. That's hard to deal with because I wouldn't know where. I'm already confusing myself. Like,
Yeah, I get you.
It's bad to think about because I wouldn't want to pick and choose people, but I don't want to like make my viewers as well disappointed because like, they want to like, you know, hang out and, you know, talk with us when we're talking. But when I have like my friend Kevin, he's been on the podcast twice before. But I mean, what if they're not as intrigued when that podcast happens, but they are more when you.
I get you.
But like Kevin, what if Kevin wants to be on more than you do? He's like, dude, I kind of want to go talk to you again this week. And I'm just like, oh man, but the guests kind of want to talk to Annalisa. I don't. It's fucking weird.
Yeah. Oh dang. That
But
was sad.
I don't know. I guess that's the problem of being famous, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm super famous. Like, hey guys, I got people walking down the line. But I mean, do you still keep the humbleness, or do you kind of like only portray it a certain amount?
I don't know. I think it depends on the person.
Like Jack Black, like if he's with his kids at round 1, do you think he would acknowledge us, or do you think he would be like, hey guys, leave me alone right now, I'm trying to hang out with my kids? Like that's does he accommodate to his fans, or does he not? It's weird.
Yeah, that would suck.
How do you feel about that?
I was actually thinking about that this morning, about like being really, really famous. Like that's got to be such a shift in lifestyle. Like, I can't imagine. Because you have to like, choose like your family, and then your fans are also really, really important. And oh my goodness. Anyways,
It's kind of nerve-wracking to you?
yeah, because like I was watching a show, and they were talking about this actress who's really famous now, and she had to like go through training before she like went on the show about like how to be famous and stuff, and how to like react to certain situations, or like getting in and out in the car.
Okay.
So like that's interesting.
There was even this YouTube video of this guy who like, he kind of made it like a crybaby video where he's like, I've been trying to get famous on YouTube for about 10 years now, and I can't do it. I'm just like, okay, do you keep pushing towards your goal, or do you give up just because you can't do it? Like, where is the point of giving up?
I'd say shake it up instead of give up. Try new things and different things instead of just doing the same thing over and over and hoping for a different reaction, you know?
I see what you're saying. That's kind of the concept of the podcast. I mean, obviously we have a new setup and it's different. So we're trying to accommodate to see if like, oh, I like the way that this setup is, or It looks stupid. Go back to the other one. Stuff like that. So I know we kind of brushed upon it. We should talk about it a little bit more. The Shane Dawson conspiracy.
Yeah, I started watching him a lot, like just this week. Like I didn't watch Shane Dawson too much before.
What? Ah!
And then like I've seen some of his videos, but not a lot. And then I started watching him this week, and then that's like all I've been watching.
Yeah, I love his stuff. The Logan Paul documentary was a good one too, or Jake Paul.
I haven't seen that. I started watching it, but I haven't finished it yet.
It's a good one. I won't ruin anything, but it's a good one.
Yeah, I'm like interested to see that because the only thing I know about those brothers is like they made a really bad song and then they did the video in the forest in Japan, which was like not okay.
But they were famous before then on Vine.
Oh, that's right.
They did a lot of Vine videos, and then like Vine kind of it wasn't dying, but they transitioned to YouTube, and that kind of had the jump start. Logan Paul, the older brother, is in the controversy because he went to Japan and went to the suicide forest and filmed it. Yeah, and it's frowned upon. It's not that you can't do it. I mean, you can film. Disrespectful. Yeah, it's very disrespectful and it's frowned upon. So I totally see why he was in the controversy. And his apology was just like, "I'm so sorry. I never would have thought that something like this could have gotten this big, but." Whatever, that's,
So that's all I know about those brothers, so I'm interested to see, like, what that documentary's going to be about.
That's pretty funny, too. They actually recently got in a boxing match.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of a YouTuber known as KSI? There's these two big YouTubers as well, known as Deji and KSI. And Logan, the older brother, does not like KSI. So they actually had a boxing match, a celebrity YouTube boxing match. It's on YouTube. Gosh. You could check it out. It's pretty funny. Logan Paul kind of got his ass kicked, kind of didn't. I don't know. It's kind of if and. But Jake Paul, he fought Deji, KSI's younger brother. That was a fight. I don't know if you're into fighting. Are you you into fighting?
I mean, my like stepdad used to be in MMA, but like I'm not big in it.
You're not like. I mean, if it's on the casual TV, you'll glance at it maybe, but you won't be like, "Yeah, get him, Cain Velasquez. Fuck that guy up."
No, I'm not. I'm a little bit more like passive, so I get how a lot of people like that. As my like stepdad did it,
he love did like that shit.
My brothers did it. Yeah. So I like definitely supported them with that, but like I wouldn't go out of my way to watch fights.
Yeah, I get it. It's it's coffee that people like. It's like it's whatever you like, but it's very entertaining and it's a great exercise as well.
Yeah, it's hard.
not the whole sparring with like actual kickboxing and stuff, but the ground game, jiu-jitsu. That is like an amazing. I love the way Joe Rogan describes it. He describes it as a mental chess match with a physical danger. I mean, it makes sense because you're rolling around, constantly trying to get a better position, and whoever can get the submission first wins. And it's all about just knowing how well you can move your body. So like, I mean, if I were to go against a normal guy, like I was like, hey, let's spar some jiu-jitsu, and I went against a normal guy, I would be super easy because I've been practicing way more than him. Where the opposite would be if I were to go to a master and I was just like, yeah, let me just show you what I can do. He'd just be like,
yeah, it's hard work.
You're done.
No, I used to go to like the gym a lot and like watch them do all that stuff, and it's intense.
It is. It's pretty fun though. I love just trying to keep an active activities. Trying to stay up with my health. Because you don't want to like be lazy and don't live long. Longevity is a good thing, but if you live long but can't do anything, is it worth it? That's one of the things that I've been not dealing with, but I've talked to a lot of people about, because I work at a nursing home / retirement facility, and I see people that are in like their late 40s that are just almost gone, like can't really walk, have very slow health because of the decisions they made leading up to that age. And it makes me sad because I have a grandpa who's 73 years old, and he goes out there and still chucks wood himself. So it's crazy to see a 43-year-old at my work who should be like in top of the world. And then I see my grandpa, and he is that guy. It's so crazy to think about.
Oh, yeah. Like, I know when I used to work at a hotel, I'd have a lot of, like, elderly people come in, And some of them would be like every morning they like just go and run, and they like were really good at it. So it's definitely, if you keep at it, it can help you in the long run. Like I just started running, and because I'm not very in shape right now, not gonna lie. And so like I started running, and it's hard. I don't like exercising that much.
And then at a point it is kind of difficult, but it is just doing it to become a habit. Because like I kind of had that same start too. I like oh man, but I run every day now. I take my dog out for a walk, and within like 10 minutes we'd like, you know, run a little bit at the park. But it's just doing it now. Starting off, because I kind of did the whole like New Year's resolution thing, like I'm gonna run every day this year. And starting off, it is difficult. I actually missed a few days. It's hard, but from the whole span from the first till now, I've probably only missed 3 days.
Oh wow, that's good.
And that's the whole time. So it makes me more confident that like I can do it. Like next year I shouldn't miss 3 days. But it's fun to just have those little goals and ambitions as well.
Yeah, because it is getting a little easier every time. Like from when I first started to where I am now, still not great, but it's easier than it was but last time. So.
Exactly. Do you have or do you use any of like those heart monitors or anything like that?
No.
If anything, start using a step counter or something, maybe on your phone. It does help you at least kind of give you a little bit of insight of what your like running habits are and what you're doing and not doing correctly.
That's good. I'll have to look into that. Thank you.
You can see some things like that. I don't know. I want to get a Fitbit watch though, to count the calorie loss and count how many steps I actually take and my heart rate monitoring, stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
It would help out a lot too, because there are certain times where you're like your heart rate would just go crazy for no reason. Like I don't know. There's been a lot of aspects where I know I'm probably going crazy, but I'm playing a video game, and then all of a sudden I get super excited, and I'm pretty sure my heart rate just went up a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's good to know that. I just feeling those little things are like beneficial, and you know what we have to thank for that? AI technology.
That's true. One thing I want to do though, because I went to round one for my brother's birthday a couple days ago. And they have like the authentic DDR machines. I think I mentioned this last time, but that's my favorite arcade game. And it's so funny because like when I'm actually exercising doing other stuff, I have a really hard time. But then when I go to play DDR, I can just go nonstop for a long time.
It's and it's just it's the transition of like making it more like fun.
Yeah, so I'm thinking like maybe I'll go there just to build up my stamina.
That's
get
actually
some calories done.
Not a bad idea. That's actually a really good place to. It's entertaining, and you get a workout, and you're actually contributing to the facility. You know, like here's my money, guys. Make it better.
Yeah. Oh no, I was like sweating. It was intense.
Nice. So there you go. DDR is the workout.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's true of everything. Like literally, you can be that person who just like bees late. You're not lazy because you vacuum your house, but you can do that little extra step and sweep it. And just like it's a workout. It literally is a little workout. Nobody can ever see it that way if you don't want to, but it kind of is. Same thing as like little strenuous little task, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't want to say like yard work and stuff like that, but I mean that kind of is like, you know, little exercises that you would actually have to like put your back into it, put some muscle. Depending on what it is. I mean, if you're pulling weeds, then obviously that's more of like a strenuous thing than raking the garden, but it's still some kind of exercise. I like to see it as like just doing it.
Yeah, that's good.
It's awesome. Well, I mean, we've pretty much been here for like an hour and 20 minutes, right? We've been here for a while.
All right.
Well, Annalisa, you have I mean, you can give a shout out, anything you want to talk, where they can find you, maybe your art on Instagram. You want to shout out that? You can shout out that.
Yeah, if you go to my main one that has links to like my cosplay and my art, it's sugar.ward, like a hospital ward.
There you go.
Yeah.
On Instagram, right? And anywhere else they could probably find you?
That's it for now. I'm still working on my other pages.
She's working on it, people. So, again, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Well, you need to be back. Again, we'll talk nothing but bullshit again. But we'll have some stuff to talk about. Tons of topics.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll have those segments ready. So we'll have like the weird facts and the rapid fire. The rapid fire is actually really fun. I think it's something you would enjoy. All it is like I'm going to have a list of 20 words. And I'm just going to say the word. I'll be like black. And you say the first thing that pops in your head, like instantaneously. And that will be kind of like that game.
Yeah.
with that being said, cue us out, Maestro. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Go follow us on Twitch, Twitter, MuseMe TV, MuseMe 137, Fox Gaming, Rare Fox Gaming, something gaming. I forget what it is. Shout it out. Shout it out. He's modest, but he does streaming as well. He'll never be big if he keeps being like that. Here we go, everybody. Peace.